John Durr from Black Market Music. Welcome to Blues on the Hill.
Hi Baz.
Absolute pleasure having you in. So tell us, why did you start Black Market Music all that time ago, 25 years ago? What was your passion and your motivation to start Black Market?
Well, it was something I just always wanted to do. I'd been working in the same job for 10 years and you're in a job for ages and you suddenly think, oh my God, I'm going to be here 10 years in a few months. I better get out of here. What am I going to do? So I went into partnership with some friends. They wanted to open a record shop. And I said, look, if we do that, why don't we have a record shop and also have a distribution side at the same time? And they went, cool, okay. And then we had the shop for 3 or 4 years. It was near the Queen Victoria Market, and that's how come the whole market thing and blah, blah, blah.
The Black Market.
Yeah, that's why they thought it would be really funny, because we did blues and we knew the Queen Victoria Market and all that.
Okay.
And after 3 years, it was obvious it wasn't a great retail spot, so we either needed to go into the, like a real shopping centre or something like that, or shut the retail side down. And I thought, I don't want to go into a real big shopping centre or anything, so we shut the retail side of it down, and I kept the whole distribution side of it going.
And then got into producing?
Yes. Well, I'd worked in studios before. I'd worked in recording studios, so I knew a little bit about it, not as much as I thought, like it is always the way when you go into these things first up. So yeah, I wasn't very active, and what I did is, because I wasn't that happy, with the sound of most of the local blues releases here, so I actually got it mixed in America. So because I was importing a lot of stuff and had been to America, I got friendly with some guys who ran some studios over there. So there's a studio called Carla in Atlanta, and I knew the guys there very well, and Brian Cole, Jimmy O'Neill, great guys, really gave me some great tips about recording, about music, all that kind of thing. And I rang them and said how much to mix these albums, and it was very affordable. Actually, it cost more to send the tapes over than it did to actually get it mixed.
When you look at your back catalogue, when you look at you go on your website and have a look at the people that have been through your studio, it's just about every successful blues musician in this country has been through Black Market at one time. I'm not making that up.
Well, yeah. Oh, thanks, Baz. Well, I mean, it's like anything. When you focus on something, you get a name for it. So therefore, it's not that hard. Well, I'm going to say no, that's not right. I mean, you attract people because, okay, you do this, I do this, let's get together. Whereas if you're a very generalist kind of place, I don't think you'd be able to attract the same quality of artist. Well, they're a group that really want to do something different with blues, like Matt did. I mean, that was the reason that Matt, as I said, got such a... And all these guys want to do something different, all the albums that I've played so far. And these guys, Dream Boogie, are the same. It's like, we want to really do something different. It's like, okay, I'll help you. And it's fun working with acts like that, because when you really kind of... I mean, I like the traditional stuff, but, as a producer, when people say, yeah, I really, really, really want to push the envelope here, it's like, okay, this is going to be scary, hang on.
John Jerman, welcome to Blues on the Hill.
Hi Barry, thanks for having me on the show tonight.
Absolute pleasure. Tell me the history of the MBAS. When did it first start?
Well, actually, the MBAS this year is in its 25th year.
Wow.
So it started, John Durr's probably a bit more knowledgeable on that, but Dutch Tilders was running a jam session on a Sunday afternoon at the Station Hotel in Koran. Is that correct, John?
It wasn't actually a jam, but it was, Dutch had a regular gig every Sunday afternoon at the station, that's right, and all the people attending that thought, hell, why don't we have a blues club?
Yes, so that's how it formed, and they called it the Melbourne Blues Appreciation Society.
Do you remember how many it started with and what sort of numbers we have now?
Well, I wasn't around back then, but I think it was just a handful, wasn't it, John? Probably half a dozen punters.
Yeah, it was pretty tiny. It was, but like everything, from small things, big things come.
Yes, and here we are today.
And what sort of membership are we looking at the moment, John?
We've got just on 300 members.
And the great thing about the MBAS too is you're a musician, your vice president's a musician, so it's a club run by musicians for musicians.
Exactly, that's right. Yeah.
Youth in Blues, wonderful, wonderful thing that the MBAS do.
Yes, that's that started quite a few years ago. Then it fell away. So what we did is engage Wayne Durr, who runs boot camps in Geelong. For the last couple of years, he's been doing it for us, and it's been really quite successful. And we have mentors like Lloyd Spiegel, Jeff Atchison, Michael Pollitt, people like that come and mentor for us. They give generously their time, and I think over the last couple of years the program's getting bigger and better.
All right, another very successful thing you have is the duos.
Oh yes, that was something that a couple of years ago John and I sort of sat down and thought, oh, that'd be a good idea. We get some artists that don't normally perform together and put them together for a night and make it a special month, which we've done the last 2 years. In the month of August, we've had the duet month. And we're doing it again this year, and I tell you, Barry, we've got one hell of a month coming up in August, I can tell you.
Okay, no previews yet, nothing to say, or you've got to keep it all, it's all top secret?
Well, okay, we've got Rebecca Davey and Dan Dinnan.
Oh, that'll be good.
And we've got Fiona Boys
And?
Russell Morris.
Wow. Well, they did that on Rockwiz.
Yes,
yeah.
That's what gave me the idea, actually, Barry.
Well, there you go. Let's talk about the International Blues Challenge.
Okay, yes. Well, the IB International Blues Challenge, well, the MBAS hold a blues challenge ourselves, and the winner of that we send to Memphis. We fund them their airfare and accommodation to compete in the IBC, International Blues Challenge. And this year, for the first time, we were in a position to actually send a band and a solo duo. And John McNamara, who's in the studio, was our solo duo winner, and he got into the semi-finals, which is pretty damn good because he's competing with all countries around the world. I mean,
200 and 250 down to about 80 for the semi-final.
That's right. That's right.
Damn fine achievement.
And the MBAS is actually the most successful blues society in the world as far as winners, and like we've had 2 winners. As John was saying, Ian Collard got best self-produced CD. Jeff Atchison's won the Albert King Award.
Fiona Boys,
Jimmy Hocking.
Uh,
And for our club to have 2 semi-finalists from the one club is quite amazing.
That's why Melbourne is the home of blues in Australia, isn't it?
Melbourne is the home of blues in the world, I can tell you. We've got some damn fine artists.
Okay, after that huge statement. Mate, congratulations. The accolades just keep coming for you. Semi-finalist at Memphis, wonderful achievement, and now Song of the Year for a cappella, a field holler. Absolutely wonderful, real blues.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't play it on guitar, so I had to leave it off the track, and it worked, I guess. I fooled him, huh?
All right. Now, before we talk about the Blues Challenge, let's just talk about Memphis itself. It's first time?
First time in the States, actually. So yeah, first time, doing that whole thing. I love Beale Street. I think it was an exciting, cool place, and I guess a lot more blues than I anticipated. Everything there is connected to the blues, and I loved it.
And yeah, I mean, Beale Street, like I can imagine, we were talking about it before, 250 entrants in the Blues Challenge. So I can imagine the first night, Beale Street, it must just be chaos.
It is, and it's the cool thing is when you're walking from one end of the street to the other, you tune into one band on one side of the street and you can hear the other one next to it. And as you're walking down, you get to hear probably a dozen bands in that little stroll. And of course it takes a while to get to one end to the other because you stop and listen, and it's just, you never find that much blues in one place at the one time anywhere else, I think.
Now, John Jerman, you're still with us?
I still am.
Absolutely wonderful, once again, you said, for the NBAS to get John to the semi-finals. And also the Three Kings. We must mention the Three Kings as well.
Yes, of course, yes. They made the semi-finals as well. So, I mean, how good is that?
And your VP was over there.
Yes, John Smith was over there, and he had a pretty good time. He spoke at length with Joe Whitner from the IBC over there.
What about Clarksdale, John? Did you get down and have a look at...
I didn't. I'm not brave enough to drive in another country. I've never done that. And I did some things that really stood out for me. The one in particular, I got to play Albert Collins' Telecaster.
You did? I was just about to mention that. How about that for timing? You ran into him in the lift?
In the lift, and I can't remember his name for the life of me. He's one of the founders or the chiefs there at the Blues Foundation. He was taking the guitar to the Hall of Fame, which opens in May, I believe, the Blues Hall of Fame. And I quizzed him on it. I saw Iceman written on the case, and sure enough, it was Albert Collins' guitar, and I got to play it. And probably one of the last people to play it before it goes behind glass, I'm guessing. It's still in its, was it F minor tuning or something I think he used to do?
Yeah, some strange tuning like that.
I went to fix it, almost.
Yeah.
I did.
Whoa.
And I stopped myself. I started tuning the D string, which was tuned like about a bloody octave up. And then I realised, look out. I'm not going to touch that. So that was a thrill, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, tell us about the pressure of the competition. Like, we talk about it here. And the great thing about the Blues Challenge is, John, the two Johns have talked about it, how it lifts, it makes performers lift to another level.
I found, when you talk about pressure doing it too, I wasn't aware of that until after I played my last show. And I walked back to the hotel. I didn't feel the freezing cold weather anymore. I just felt like I wanted to dance down Beale Street because I thought, man, all of a sudden all the pressure's off. I didn't make a mistake. Everything went well. And that was a good feeling, yeah.
But it must be intense to come down from 250 to 80 for the semis. That's pretty sort of ruthless getting rid of people, isn't it?
Yeah, and for me that felt like the relief because, look, I guess there's that little ego part inside me that really wanted to progress at least once. So as soon as I got to there, I felt awesome. I'm happy with this now. I'm just going to go and enjoy this show, and that's what I did. I had a great time there last one, the semi-finals. Try. Oh yeah. I try. I try. When you look at me, I'll breathe. I'll breathe. You should have known. You cut me. I'll bleed. I would bleed. And though I try, there's a feeling I can't lose. Here I am again, oh Lord, alone with the blues. Hey. So long, goodbye. I can't move past it, baby. Oh, Lord knows I'll try. Yeah, and it's a shame. If only you could walk in my shoes. Here I am again, oh Lord, alone with the blues. Hurt me, baby, hurt me, baby, one more time. It would help me, baby, it help me, baby, to make up my mind. Lord knows I tried. And though I try, there's a feeling I can't lose. Here I am again, oh Lord, alone with the blues. Alone with the blues, oh Lord. I try. I try. This is where I get Barry to sing along usually. I try. I try. Oh.
There. Wonderful. Live blues, folks. Absolutely beautiful. The crowd in the studio goes berserk. Now, I said there was a connection. We've talked about the 3 connections. John Durr. Your connection with John McNamara, of course, is this wonderful CD. Is on Black Market Music.
Correct. Yes. Am I near a mic? Yes.
You have a mic, yeah.
Yeah.
So, John's first full-length album? Recorded at Black Market.
Yes, and doing very, very well. It's made the airplay charts. Thank you all community station presenters, present included.
Indeed, thank you.
I think we got it to number 3. I think number 3.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, which is a wonderful achievement.
And I'd just like to jump in quick in case we run out of time, that John Durr and John Jerman, these 2 guys, I must thank above almost everyone so far in what I've been able to achieve. Thank you so much for MBAS, and of course John Durr has helped me every step of the way to get there. Thank you so much, man.
I just want to present John.
Oh, look at that.
With his award, Song of the Year. I was there at the Australian Blues Music Festival at the Chain Awards last Saturday night.
Yep.
And it was a great buzz, and of course it was an even greater buzz when John's name was announced.
Perfect.
So there we are, John.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you, John. Let's cheers. Thank you so
And,
much.
and another award for Black Market Music. Another achievement.
Oh, thank you. Yes.